on private property.
Only when Jim Wallace, you know, the ex-game warden, we abandoned a road up by Shaler, and he came in and said, you're cutting down on our hunting. That sounds absurd. So that's the case in point. I think you should put up some gates and you share the keys, and you know, if the utility company has to get in an emergency, they can cut the chain with a bolt cutter and get in and deal with it.
Because I think the utility company, I mean, in this case, you're going to leave that road sort of your driveway, so it's not like you're going to be able to, you know, get up in there. Some places where we completely obliterate the road, I think in those cases the utility company has to pay damage if they need to get up there with their crop. I guess I've never had this.
Which would still be the landlord's choice after we abandon it. It becomes their.
They have to deal with this utility company.
Well, and then it's their. If they would decide to remove the road, they certainly have the choice to do that.
Can you now the east side of the road, the ditch is filled in more or less now, right? Correct.
Trent has filled the ditch in. In fact, just recently south of his driveway, and we might have him take part of that back out of there because he really overfilled it from where we'd like to see it. North of there had been filled in the past because the grass is, I mean, it wasn't done recently, the grass is growing there, but he's got a section there where it's about the ditch for a little ways there is probably only about 1.5 feet deep, and then it gets a little deeper as you get further to the north.
Well, I was just wondering if you could berm up the west side of the road so that nobody could take an ATV around the gate, like you did, where you put the barricades up.
If we put the posts and the gates up, can the county do something to stop people from just going up the ditch instead of the ditch?
That's a reasonable.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that. We might have to put a.
I don't think we're fussy with whether it be dirt or even big rock or something, just anything on both sides to prevent, so they've got a hump. It stopped them on our side, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the drainage in there, see which way the water's going. We might have to put a pipe underneath there so the water, I think the water runs north there yet, doesn't it?
Yes.
We'd have to put a pipe there so the water gets, I don't think we want to, I think there's, well, I'll have to look at that. If the field is lower, the water can just go out around the end of the, but yeah, we could put some dirt.
If you could burn that up on the side, then we handle everything else this time.
Yep, that works.
That's a reasonable compromise. That we would prefer to abandon it,
right.
And then that doesn't make it public access anymore if we abandon it, which is a good thing for you. And if you're willing to do the gates, I think we should be fine with doing something with the dirt.
As far as winter snow removal, it sounded like last winter they just went a little ways past Trent's driveway and turned around, and so that north end of this up to the gates we might not plow any further than his driveway, but if you need to get back in there, you'll just have to let us know that you need to get in.
I can't imagine that we would. The only issue would be whether the electric company, if we have another big ice storm, needs to get in there, but we'll address that.
So is there still, is the electrical company still servicing something further north? Is there the Hatch property? Is that where it's going?
Yeah.
When we vacated, maybe you can tell me better, but I think when we vacated in 2006, that Hatch property was served by REC from the north with a line coming down through the valley. And then after the vacation, REC and Mid-American got together and said, hey, you know, because that's when they put that pole line, I think, from north of Lynch's in, didn't they? Because Lynch was always served by Mid-American.
Is there a meter down there?
Yes.
So they got to get down there to read the meter, or how do they do that?
No,
It must be through a computer.
It's through a computer, I think, because they don't go in there.
You folks own the Hatch property?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They do it over the computer, I think, now.
Okay. It's great.
I think we've made
It's a win-win, you know, you get more control over your property and
I would move, we need to close the hearing first, I guess.
we need a motion to come out.
I'll make a motion.
Well, have you determined what length, the exact length of the road you're going to make?
630 feet, isn't it?
Well, we were out there, took some dimensions, and the fence line is 637 feet. North of that, south line of that section. And I tried to guess, what was going to transpire here. So I've got a resolution typed up. That's the last copy I got.
Well, it doesn't make any difference, but you probably need to determine that before you close the public hearing. And then include that in your motion to vacate certain length.
Yeah, and we can't act on it until
Right. The last be brought up in the open.
Okay.
The top part, of course, the first couple paragraphs is just wording that came from the resolution describing it. I did put it in there, whereas the objections have been received regarding lack of access to the property if the entire segment is vacated and landowner residents supported vacating of the road to the north line of trans property. And then the last paragraph there, as far as the description of what's being vacated, basically vacated to the north line of, I don't have the word in front of me there. The section of road that lays north of the north fence line of Trent Lynch property be ordered vacated and closed to a point 1,600 feet northerly as measured along the center line of existing road per conditions as recorded in the board minutes, and that's where we want to put in about, they're going to take care of the gates, we'll take care of the open berm. The intent is to close approximately 637 feet of the road, and that's the dimension that we got.
Okay.
And the remaining section of road laying south of the fence on the north line of Trench property would remain open and is not vacated.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carried. The hearing's closed.
I would now move to approve the resolution as stated, which closes the road north of the Trent Lynch property, abandons the road north of the Trent Lynch property.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Bensley, aye.
Heck, aye.
Stock, aye. Ayes have it. The resolution's adopted. We'll sign. Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Ron.
We will, as part of the minutes now, I'll make the motion to, with the consideration of the resolution that the landowners have agreed to construct gates and the county secondary roads has agreed to burn the ditches in whatever form necessary to stop traffic.
I'll second that.
A motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
I will, once the resolution is signed, I'll have it recorded, and I'll send both of you a copy of the recorded document. Sign one of them is all I need, but
Probably.
I'm gonna come on for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a resolution number, Jim?
When can we put the gates up? When can we start? A certain date?
As of today, it's closed, so,
Okay.
Recorded today.
I mean, action by the board, I guess it doesn't have to be recorded before you put the gates up, so. I figured.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yep.
You want the- Okay.
Make sure.
Correct. Tore it out. Gave you another one that was kind of left it nicely good.
Well, I had a different copy, I'll make sure I had the right one. All right, thank you all.
See you, Bruce.